This week is Children of Alcoholics Awareness Week. I grew up in a single-parent household with a mother who was, and still is, living with alcohol dependency. This is immensely difficult to share, but I want to highlight the type of alcoholism that most people don't consider to help raise awareness of alcohol dependency in its less noticeable forms. My mother's alcoholism was what some might call functioning. She didn't drink throughout the day. She went to work like everybody else and started drinking when she got home, until she passed out. She did this every night, from as young as I can remember. To many people, this might not seem like alcohol dependency or being an alcoholic. She functioned during the day. She was able to resist drinking if she had commitments until they were complete. But it was, and is, alcoholism. It was traumatic, and it's not something that I would wish on any young person. People often talk about it being okay to have a glass or two every night to take the edge off. This is how it started for my mother, until it was a bottle a night or more. Needing alcohol to take the edge off or to get through the week is a slippery slope. Using alcohol to deal with stress, anxiety, or low mood, like my mother does every day, begins to slowly but seriously impact your appearance, your behaviors, your relationships, even when you're sober. When I was younger, I would shake my mum awake at night because I thought she was dead. I'd watch as her eyes rolled to the back of her head. I didn't understand that she'd passed out from alcohol consumption. I would run around closing and locking all the doors and windows every night when she forgot. I had to turn off the oven in the middle of the night when she had left it on, and I was woken up almost every night throughout my GCSEs and my A-levels by her drunken movements. I had no support when things went wrong, and I needed an adult. Being the child of an alcoholic has majorly impacted me. I lived in fear that if I told anyone, social services would take me away, disrupt my education, and place me in a house with strangers. I wouldn't go to sleepovers for fear that something would happen at home, like mum dropping her glass again and walking through the shards. As a student, I wouldn't go to clubs or bars because even the smell of alcohol makes me uncomfortable. Being around intoxicated people makes me feel unsafe, and it gives me anxiety attacks. I wasn't able to be a normal student and engage in social activities like everyone else. Because my mother used alcohol rather than counselling to deal with her low mood and stresses, I now have therapy and medications of my own. From the outside, my mother doesn't look like your stereotypical alcoholic. But if you leave addiction like this untreated, your relationships and life begin to break down. I wish I could tell you that my story has a happy ending, but it doesn't. I implore you to reconsider your relationship with alcohol and the relationship your friends, family, and colleagues have with it. Check in on yourself and others when they feel like alcohol is needed to take the edge off or to cope. Be thoughtful and remember that just because someone functions doesn't mean they aren't dealing with things you don't know about behind closed doors.